This week on West of Knowhere, we talk about Boeing being replaced by SpaceX to rescue the stranded astronauts that are on the ISS. Afghanistan has a new law prohibiting the sounds of women, just in general. Disney rescinding a request to drop a wrongful death lawsuit that they say the user signing up for Disney Plus negated their responsibility of. Also, Starbucks CEO is going to commute over 1,000 miles for his new job. A doctor is being charged in the death of Matthew Perry. A karate expert loses a lawsuit over kicking a ghost at a haunted house. And a mother's name for her child gets stolen in this week's Am I the Asshole? We also like to thank Pantera Girl, Colton Zammersla, Andres Valles the God, Kevin Garahan, Chantel Stadler, Mark Stadler, Colby Jordan, and Kylie Ganglish. Thank you.
I ain't scared of you motherfuckers. I'm on it.
Hey, freak show! You're going nowhere!
We'll do it live! Fuck it!
Welcome back, kids and coaches, to another episode of West of Knowhere. I am Levi.
And I am Shane.
Well, we are back with some fun stuff. There was a normal amount of breaks in between this episode and the last one, so so fear not, because I got a lot of real sad stories to tell you, so I'm very excited about it. Yeah. Before we get to that, anything new with you, or?
I mean, it's Chief season is on and cooking.
Yeah.
On this side of the world, yeah.
Chief season. What is that? Yeah. Are you get to humiliate people now?
So I mean, no.
Oh.
That's not a thing.
Oh yeah, sorry.
But yeah, just like last year, what I went through, now new people are going through the same situation.
Yeah. So. How exciting.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting.
So you guys do that like as a whole base? It's kind of a collective thing, right? Because if it was per command, it'd be like a dude or like, only a couple people.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, that's fun. You guys do anything super cool? Any bikini car washes or?
All the bikini car washes.
Nice. Yeah. How exciting.
Yeah.
I just had one of my old Fallon buddies stayed here for the weekend, so that was pretty cool. And
is he still in?
He's in the reserves now, so.
Okay.
Yeah. So not really, but he's good shit though. It was kind of funny though because he shows up and it's like, I don't know, very similar to how, I don't know how many like people that you were with that you aren't anymore, and now like if you reconnect or see each other on base or something, it kind of like picks up right where. Yeah. So it's kind of like that. Like he still acts exactly the same. So it was pretty easy for me to like kind of reacclimate myself talking to this person that I haven't seen in a few years. When he got out like from active duty, he came through Nebraska and his car broke down, and so he had to stay with me for like a week while his fucking car got fixed. And so that was the last time I had seen him. But
oh wow, okay.
Yeah. So anyway, it was cool. Got to show him some of the local gems that I also don't really know that well either yet, but it's a learning experience for both of us. We didn't get lost, so that's the important thing. But
yeah.
I suppose we got a couple comments from the last episode that I mean I'm glad that we do. It would have been embarrassing if we had stayed off of releasing an episode for the normal amount, but there was no comments, But we got plenty. T-Fert in the kitchen cooking shit up. He says about the ISS, the space station, right? He says unmanned supply shipments go to the ISS all the time. Oh, okay. Sorry I don't get the emails, T-Fert. NASA leaves me out of those, but He says also a stuck in space story like these astronauts would lend itself to an imposter movie.
Ooh, yeah.
I'm down. Yeah. And then Andres Baez says, I feel like that's something Natalie would do for the Am I the Asshole segment, which I don't even remember what the Am I the Asshole was.
The Am I the Asshole was the guy was driving down the freeway and then somebody cut him
Oh,
off.
yeah.
And then it pulled up next to him and it was his wife waving at him.
Yeah.
100% that'd be Natalie.
Yeah, that checks out.
Yeah.
For some reason, I was like, when I first read it, I was like, she would yell at an old guy for painting her house a different color, but I forgot that's a different episode. I think that's the one before that. But it's like, okay, it's a weirdly specific thing to call her out for, but I guess. Yeah. So let's see. T-Ferg says, sadly, the couch fleshlight story was fake, but it has such staying power because he truly is just weird. Talking about J.D. Vance, Trump's vice president candidate. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like I think the staying power is because it's like a semi-believable thing, though, in comparison to like what conservatives are like just saying. Tim Walz, he drinks horse cut. Like that's just nobody really does that. But I could probably find at least 3 people that have fucked the couch before. You know, like that seems like something that probably just happens here and there. I don't know.
That's such a crazy concept.
What?
Like to fuck a couch.
Yeah. Yeah. Walk us through how you usually do it.
Dude, so here's what I do. All right. So I get a tangerine and I cut it in half.
Oh shit.
All right.
This
and then I
guy knows
take
He knows too much. Somebody's cut his mic. Yeah. Yeah. If you fuck the couch, go ahead and write in. If you want to do it anonymously, you can.
Please do it anonymously.
You can text one of us. That'd be pretty fun. I'd love to hear that story. All right. So last comment, T-Ferg says about the school that's banning black clothes because people are depressed.
Yeah.
Says, do these people not know that correlation does not equal causation? I wore black because I thought it made me look thinner, which is...
I think a lot of people do that, to be fair.
Black is supposed to be a slimming color.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like they obviously didn't put a lot of thought into it because they even, like, contradicted themselves in their... like, in that quote that I read. It was like, we're doing this not because it actually changes their mood, but we just don't want to see people be sad, I guess. I don't know.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, pretty standard Texas school system stuff going on. All right, so I should have ended with the space station one, but I got an update.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, so Boeing is not going to be the ones that are going to go rescue these people. They NASA has tagged SpaceX to do so. So, yeah,
okay.
Should be interesting to see what they end up doing. But yeah, I guess a person that works for Boeing said that the company is humiliated that SpaceX is actually going to rescue the astronauts instead of them. But you know what? Maybe you shouldn't have made such a shitty ship and got them stuck there, I guess.
Yeah.
You don't get humiliated, don't do humiliating shit. I guess. I don't know. What the fuck are you doing?
What do you mean?
What are you doing?
Fucking with my hoodie.
Okay, I'm like, I didn't know if you were messing with your cord or what. It was very distracting.
Oh, no, my bad.
I'm like, goddamn.
Stop looking.
Well, stop being in my point of view.
Okay, you're right.
Anyway, so yeah, I guess they in this quote from the employee says, "We hate SpaceX. We talk shit about them all the time, and now they're bailing us out." Again, Maybe don't fucking make bad machinery, and then you wouldn't have this problem. I don't know. But this article also doesn't say what SpaceX's plan is, so I guess we'll keep you guys posted as the information continues to roll out. But according to T-Ferg's comment, says that they get supplies sent to the space station all the time. At least we know that they're not like taking up resources that these fucking astronauts that are supposed to be there are have like rationed or something.
Yeah.
But okay, so this one is kind of an interesting one. Netflix was going to air this documentary about a man who was allegedly sacrificed by a vampire coven.
No.
And now they're not going to. And
because he's not dead.
No. The family is very much still trying to find answers. Let's see. This guy's name is George Gall. And he went missing on October 13th, 1994, after getting off a bus near a goth-themed asylum nightclub. Sounds like a pretty rad place to me.
Yeah.
You will also find me getting abducted there. But
I mean, who doesn't love, some pretty goth girls?
Yeah,
dude?
I mean, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you let them just
out.
drag you out into the woods and sacrifice you to some vampires? I mean, fool me once.
I didn't.
Am I right? So yeah, he was never found. No remains, no nothing. Officially declared dead by the state of Ohio in 2002. And then 2008, these rumors of vampires started getting like thrown at the police.
Yeah.
Or from a retired police officer had like said that it was an occult ritual that this guy was a part of. So I think this documentary sounds awesome. Maybe not me, or maybe not Netflix personally, but I think that somebody should release it. Like,
yeah, no, I need to know why. I need to know why they like decided not to.
Yeah. So, from what this article says is that the family basically said that the tone of the documentary ended up changing. So, instead of it following like this guy specifically and the death, it like started to focus on the life of like vampire community people, which feels like it's weird to do. Like, if you have a documentary on a dead guy with a mystery attached to it, don't just talk about like people who call them like it's like the, I don't know, like the furries of like vampires, but not furries.
Dude,
you know what I mean?
As soon as we're done recording, I'm gonna get on Facebook and I'm gonna join a vampire community page.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm in. We're gonna fucking get to the bottom of this. We're gonna break the story. So yeah, I feel like that's pretty wild, and the article doesn't even say if they're gonna like release the documentary somewhere else. They just said they're not.
Yeah.
They're not going to post it. So whatever. What am I paying fucking Netflix money for anyway? If it's not to learn about vampire goth girls that murder people, you know?
I mean, let's be honest. Netflix has gone downhill like over the years.
Mm-hmm. This is just another notch in the belt to them fucking shit up. Is essentially what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. What we want, international news or local news?
Let's go international.
All right. In Afghanistan, the Taliban has banned the sound of women's voices singing or reading in public. So,
okay.
in case you want to know how things were going over there, that's what's
Not
happening.
great. Yeah. All right.
Just the sound of women, they're like, absolutely not.
Absolutely not. I mean, look, who hasn't been like, yeah, I really wish this girl would stop talking, you know? And now,
No.
the local government's behind them.
Yeah.
So,
Finally, somebody's getting...
dude,
No.
no one has been able to make them shut up for years. Now I'm moving to Afghanistan.
Yeah. I mean, it's only the rational thing to do.
Yes.
Okay. How about you want a medical story or a Halloween story?
It's too early for Halloween. Let's go medical.
Okay. I'm glad you said this. Have you heard about the Disney lawsuit? There's a wrongful death lawsuit at
Yeah.
Disney.
Oh man, like I saw clips and stuff about it,
Yeah.
but like essentially because they signed some agreement for the park, they can't sue.
Yeah. So it looks like this family had sued Disney for wrongful death. I can't even find the annoying part about this is I can't even find what the fuck happened. He had like allergic reaction in Disney Springs,
Yeah.
and then he died. And this wife, the widow, was like suing Disney, and Disney's like, well, bummer, he actually did agree to not sue us for wrongful death when he signed up for that 1 month trial of Disney Plus.
No.
Yeah. He signed up for it in 2019, and apparently in the, this is why you gotta, I mean, you can read the terms and conditions, but realistically, if you don't agree to them, you can't use the thing, so everybody just clicks through it, right? But terms and conditions says that he agreed to settle any lawsuits against the company out of court when he signed up for this. Yeah.
That cannot be overreaching like that. Like when
Yeah.
you sign the terms, like when you sign for that, you're signing about fucking Disney Plus. You're not signing for being at the park and
Yeah.
getting murdered.
It'd be one thing if, like, Disney Plus aired a show and then it, like, gave him a seizure or something.
Yeah. Right. And then,
But, like...
which would suck, but yeah.
Yeah. So...
Yeah, no, there's no way a court agrees with that.
Disney actually has dropped the request to have this lawsuit dismissed. Weird. I wonder if they felt that they were being real dumb. Also, this guy's last name? Piccolo.
You're lying.
No, Jeffrey Piccolo.
Dude, he's gonna win.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's dead, but yeah.
Oh. Well, I mean, his wife's gonna win. Mrs. Piccolo is gonna win.
Yeah. I guess. Anyway, so that's pretty interesting. I want to stay in, like, some corporate America news in this.
Okay.
So, Starbucks has picked a new CEO. Their former one, they're just like, hey, we don't like you anymore. And then they also, like, their severance package with him was worth a crazy amount of money, to the surprise of nobody. But the new guy coming in, and they're like, all right, they're gonna, relocate your family up here to Seattle. And he said, nah, I kind of like my house in California, so I'll just fly. So this guy's gonna be commuting over 1,000 miles daily for his fucking CEO position.
I mean, why would you not?
Yeah. And
You know what I mean?
weirdly enough, this is made a lot of people mad.
I mean, look how mad people got when Taylor Swift took a 30-minute flight.
Yeah.
Now the CEO of Starbucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty crazy. 1,000 miles to Seattle, and it says 3 times a week instead of him moving, which is also hilarious. Like, sounds like his job's not that tough, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, definitely not. You don't need to be there. You can,
Yeah.
I guarantee most of his job can be done over teleconference.
Yeah. I would assume that's probably pretty accurate. But this is, like, kind of fanning a lot of flames of people, like, saying how wasteful and, like, how crazy the distance is between regular people and then, like, the CEO types, where it's like, fuck it, I'll fly from I don't even know what part, Newport Beach, I don't know where in California that is, but I'm assuming it's probably on the southern end if it's 1,000 miles to Seattle, although California is fucking long, so I don't know. But
I
either
mean,
way,
1,000 miles is nothing. You know what I mean? Because like if you drive from Washington State to Virginia, that's 3,000 miles. So like,
yeah, a third of that, you know.
yeah, yeah.
A fucking easy afternoon flight, you know, just
I mean,
whatever.
I think people are upset because like they're not that rich, and I'm gonna sound real tone deaf about this, I think, but I'm just saying, like, if you were that rich, you would fly like that. You would do what he's doing. You would do what people got mad about Taylor Swift flying for 30 minutes. People would do that if they could afford to do it.
I think the bigger issue with this one in particular over the Taylor Swift thing is that Starbucks obviously doesn't pay their employees the same scale from very bottom to very top, and so like that what they're saying is like, all right, so you have all this money to give that last guy the craziest severance, like worth however fucking much it was, and then this new guy obviously is gonna get a new salary with all this extra stuff, and on top of that, you know, he's gonna be able to fly around like this, and then meanwhile you have people who work on the store level who can't feed themselves all the time or whatever the fuck. So
that's a fair statement. Yeah,
this is what their, I think, issue with this particular one. Obviously, Taylor Swift's example very wasteful, but
no,
and like this, I feel like this is a little more grounded in like why are we living like this? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I understand that, but also
you're just jealous haters.
The people who are working at Starbucks stores, aren't, for the most part, probably aren't like, they probably have nothing but a high school degree,
right?
And the CEO, I would assume, maybe I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, then fucking shoot me. But he's been through years of college, has degrees in business and shit, and like has attained that position through years of like work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I understand there shouldn't be this huge pay gap between like someone who's went to college for a couple years and has done like things on a corporate level between someone who like is just making the coffee every day.
Yeah.
But there still should be a decent gap.
Right.
Someone who's running a company as big as Starbucks and somebody who works at a Starbucks.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, we get it. You like rich people. That's your problem.
Oh my fucking god.
This just in. Shane doesn't care about the common person. So,
dude, you hate old people.
Yeah, and
so I can just not like poor people. All right.
All right, Tom Segura, calm down. Yeah. No, I mean, obviously, the effort of his, I don't know, history to get to wherever he's going. Sure, you can reward that. Also, as we just said, a lot of his job can be done telecom, and probably isn't that hard when you think about it. And then meanwhile, these other people probably work and expend way more energy than this fucking guy does. And so, no, the gap is, you know, it shouldn't be as big as it is, but also, I don't know. I also just like researched all this stuff about the Coal Wars in West Virginia for my other podcast that shall not be named, but because it makes Shane mad. But that whole thing is like, man, people just been getting fucked over forever, and like people try to do something about it, and then they just like crush them even further down. And it's between back then, and you think about how shitty things were for people back then.
Yeah.
The amount of like the wealth gap between the bottom worker at wherever back then and the richest people at the time.
Yes.
That gap is way bigger now than it was back then. And
which is insane to think about.
Yeah, so it's, I don't know. So we fucked up somewhere, I guess.
Because if any of the movies I've watched have told me that the wage gap was way worse back then.
Yeah, there's like, you know, you get Oliver Twist eating like cashew he stole from the drain pipe or whatever the fuck, and then you got these like fat rich guys eating like 6-course meals for 14 times a day or whatever. Like they always make it look so, and it still was pretty drastic back then, but like the scales have also changed.
Yeah,
so,
definitely.
It's weird to think about, but you know what could fix a lot of this
What?
is that if the common person could get a hold of just a couple of these super cool watermelons that definitely don't have a bunch of meth in them.
That looks like a real watermelon to me.
But it also does have a bunch of meth in
Holy shit.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, no, that's crazy.
So
The fact that they thought that would work is even more impressive.
Very meth-like thinking, though, you know? Like, what if we just make it fucking look like it's all fucking... They're all watermelons. Then nobody's gonna fucking know. Why is the watermelon shiny? We just watered it.
So here's the thing: why didn't they hire a cake person?
Oh my god!
And have a cake person make cakes
cake,
that look like
or
watermelons,
is it meth?
right? Have them make it look like watermelons that they look like watermelons, but they're actually cake.
Yeah.
And the cake is filled with meth. That's a better idea.
You know what? That's probably already happening, and we have no idea.
See?
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yep. Attention, NSA agent that's listening to our conversation. Hope you follow this lead. I think it'll help you out. You might even get promoted. If you do, we expect a thank you card. So, yeah. So, U.S. border agents have intercepted a truck carrying more than $5 million worth of methamphetamine hidden inside a shipment of watermelons. So naturally, the whole thing wasn't watermelons, and I want to show you this picture of like the barrel of these things. If you just look at this picture from far away in the 480p, you know, and you put some real watermelons on top of there, though, you know, just right in here, I think it probably would be harder to be like, but obviously they caught him. I don't know.
I was gonna say, like, just those bins, it's very
well,
obvious
those are
it's
all
not
the
real
fake
water.
ones, you know?
Yeah. Damn it.
Yeah.
There should have been a picture of like all of the watermelons, and then like somebody going, "Look at these idiots."
Yeah.
Like, because then you could definitely spot. I guarantee you could spot the fucking fakes.
All right, let's try it. Here's one of celery.
Okay. Celery.
There's meth.
You're talking about the? Yeah, I can see the block of meth.
Did you see it? Man, these guys are
wow,
good.
dude. Yeah, dude, they're getting real good.
Yeah, no, this is. I mean, it's comically bad. These watermelons, but that just bag of meth just hanging out next to the celery is.
That's a lot of meth too.
Yeah.
Like that's a lot of meth.
It's you know, exactly what the doctor ordered.
Normal amount. Yeah.
It's a normal amount, exactly. Speaking of what the doctor ordered, update on the Matthew Perry death, actor Matthew Perry.
Shit.
Remember he died.
Yeah.
The doctor who is being accused of supplying him these drugs,
of course,
is obviously she's been charged, but her lawyer has come out and said that she's going to return to her medical practice, which I guess is probably the way to let all of her other patients know, hey, don't try to buy drugs from me.
or on the flip side, the drugs will keep flowing.
Yeah.
I'm coming back stronger than ever, like a phoenix.
Yeah. It's pretty wild though.
Yeah.
Or I guess it's a dude. Why did I think it was a she? I don't know. I must have missed.
I don't know. You said
Salvador.
You said
total lady name. Dr. Salvador Placencias.
Oh, okay. Yeah, total chick name.
Yeah. Oh,
how dare you?
Here's why. Is that there's a picture. Okay, I'm gonna show you this. I don't know if but there's this lady right here.
The ketamine queen.
Yeah, which
okay.
Usually you gotta pay double for that, but
yeah. Hold on, go back to the picture.
Oh, okay.
What is 0 seconds of 2 minutes? 40 seconds volume 90%.
Oh, this is so I have this page on reader mode, And this is just like keying the video frame that this is cut from, I'm assuming, but
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Yeah. Oh, you don't like your articles to randomly have timestamps in the middle of them? Weird. Yeah. So, pretty interesting. I guess we'll keep. I didn't know that anybody was being charged until I saw this this story pop up. So,
Yeah. Okay.
gonna be following this one around.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe probably should have phrased that differently, but whatever.
Good job.
Okay. Have you ever gone to any haunted houses ever?
To be fair, dude, I have never gone to a haunted house. I've only ever gone to back whenever I was, a scared person in Georgia. I was scared of Jesus, so I would go to those. What are they called? They're like haunted ride. Essentially, it's like a haunted walkthrough of what the end of times will be.
Weird. That sounds terrifying.
Yeah, no, not fun.
Who was doing that? Who was putting that on?
Some of the shit they depict is fucking wild, dude. Like I remember distinctly there's like a spot in it where like you're walking through what like is supposed to be, and it's a lot of like production. Like they put a lot of time into this. But one of them is you're walking through this market, and like in the back of one of the stores that is a meat store is like baby legs, and then like there's a lady like looking out of the window smiling, chopping up obviously a fake baby, but like chopping up a fake baby.
Yeah.
And, because it's the end of times, and and then there's like a dude who is clearly, well, I was fucking like 13, so I was like, this is fucked up. But there was like a guy hanging from the rafters, like beating on the wall. I mean, obviously I know now that he had like that thing on the back of him where but he was hung, and he's like beating on the wall because in the end times you can't die, you know, because there's nowhere to go.
Right.
But yeah, that's like my closest, like, I've wanted to go to a bunch of them, but also I'm kind of a bitch.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, that's understandable. I sympathize with that. So did anybody like jump out at you or anything?
Oh, I mean, yeah, there's like people in cages, and like, there are people like begging, like, "Hell, I'm hungry, help me!" And fucking.
Did your fight or flight responses kick in at all, or?
I mean,
did you swing on anybody?
So I didn't swing on anybody, but at one point, like, there's a spot where like there's a bunch of armed guards, like with guns. Well, I'm sure they're not real, but
I know,
it's supposed to look real.
Imagery is fucking nightmare fuel. Who is putting this show on?
And they're supposed to be they're part of the army of the devil or whatever, and they have like guns, and they're like, show us your mark, show us the mark of the beast, and like the dude's like screaming about it, and I had like a beanie on, and apparently the mark is supposed to be on your forehead, so I like yanked my beanie off and like fucking walked up to him, and I was like, dude, I don't have a fucking mark. So I guess I kind of did because I just got like annoyed about the situation. Like I was like, it was a lot going on, and I just got angry about it. I didn't punch anybody, but I got mad.
That's fair. It's probably good that you didn't punch anybody, because a man in Japan who broke the jaw of a haunted house ghost has lost his eventual lawsuit. He was initially it happened in 2011, and also he may or may not have been drinking, he says, but went to this this ghost like haunted house thing and got scared, kicked the shit out of this fake ghost, broke that person's jaw. That person filed a lawsuit. A settlement was reached in 2015, and the guy he was a karate expert also. I don't know if I mentioned that, but he agreed to pay 10 million yen, which is, it has it in pounds here, 52,000 pounds. I don't know what that is.
That's a lot
in American money, but it seems high. And then he filed his own lawsuit against the park they were saying, like, you hosted this thing, you should have known that people were going to react negatively to this kind of thing.
Yeah.
And he lost that one. So, but honestly, I feel like your story sounds way more interesting. Like, okay, so I have more questions.
Okay.
This end of times thing, was this? Oh,
It was called Tribulation Trails.
Jesus.
My bad. Go ahead.
Okay, did this take place near those like guide stones, where it's got like, yeah, if you want to resurrect humanity, this is what you do, or whatever. You know what I'm talking about?
Not really. There was just like a guide that took us through, and like at the beginning, and at the beginning of the trail was like we were at this like extravagant party. There's a bunch of rich people walking around, and then like the end times happen, and then then we like walked down a little bit more. The whole thing took like about an hour and a half. Like,
Jesus.
and it was a lot. Like they put a lot of work into scaring the ever living shit out of you. Love Jesus or else, you know what I'm saying? Like.
And evangelicals are a different breed, man. They fucking
Dude, Baptists and Methodists are a fucking wild group of people. Yeah, I don't really have anything else unless you have questions about it. Like, yeah.
No, I mean, I have a lot of questions, but I don't know if we're gonna get to any of the answers because I have more questions for the people that were putting it on. Obviously, you're not gonna know any of these things, but I'm just like, how many people did they scare into coming to their, like, was it a church that was putting this on, or was it just people?
So it was like a traveling thing. Like our church knew about it, and it was free to go to, or at least I think it was, because I didn't pay.
Yeah.
And my mom was poor, so I would assume if they did pay, the church paid for the group to go.
Oh, sure.
But yeah, no, it was like a whole thing. Like they shuttled us up to this place, and like I said, you start off at a certain part, and they're like, oh, this is right before the end times, and everyone's rich and extravagant, and like there's people walking around partying and drinking and whatever, and then it like
there's a guy from Starbucks taking his jet 1,000 miles. And
Yep, that dude landed, and as soon as he landed, they were like, then like a horn sounded, because they were like trying to tie it into like the horns. Like the end times will start with a horn. So like a horn sounded, and then like there was a lot of explosions and loud sounds and fucking, yeah, it was.
Sounds wild. I would like to go to this. Just like,
I don't even know if it's still a thing anymore.
Was the
like,
production value pretty good?
Like I said, they did a good job. Like there were because when you leave from the like ritzy party, you walk down this like dark like walkway, and then when the next thing you see is a bunch of people in like cages, and like people like reaching out of cages and like help me in there, and then the like tour guide is like, it's 5 years in the future now, and there's no food, and so people are being herded like cattle and used to sell food because all of the Lord's people are gone, and you know what I mean. And so then you walk through the caged people, and then you walk through that market, and then the market has people being cut up and the guy being hung up in the rafters. Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Well, that is wild though. I wonder. I never saw anything this crazy. I want more of this story, but I also obviously know that there's only so much you can tell me. But I'm thoroughly confused by the goal of this. But it's fine. That's all I got.
Hold on a second. Tribulation Trail, Georgia. Of course, it's yeah, dude. I'm gonna see if it comes up.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, no, it's still going.
Oh,
still
hell
ongoing.
Yeah. Old Tribulation Trail.
Hold on, if I switch to the wrong one, fuck it.
Right.
Oh, okay, well, fuck me. Damn it. So, yeah, there's a countdown. Like, I'm on the website, Tribulation Trail. It starts September 1st.
Weird.
What
starts? What?
Like, I guess they start doing like the walkthroughs, and just in time for fucking like Halloween season.
Oh, this is like their anti-Halloween campaign.
Yeah.
Weird.
I'm upset that I didn't get this set up in time.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I have the website
it's a very,
up right here.
Yeah, there we go. Very doom and gloom fucking.
Tickets will go on sale September 1st.
Yeah.
They do try to make it look creepy.
Dude, I bet it's gotten better. Like I know that like I don't care about all that, but I guarantee you that it's like there are people who get scared.
Yeah. New Life Race Center. I mean,
Speaking of like haunted houses,
yeah.
I take it back now. I guess I lied.
Okay.
Last deployment on base, they had a haunted house in Japan, like on the base in Misawa. And there's like a fucking like 35, 45 feet like space where like it's pitch black and you're moving through an area like just enough space for your body to move through, and like random things will grab you. that was yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude.
Yeah, that does not sound super fun. I'm gonna go ahead and not go to that one.
I'm kind of excited to go back. Oh no, I'm gonna miss it because we're gonna go over after Halloween. But
Shit.
I like it was. I was scared, but it was fun.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. I just like to thank everyone who's made it this far. We appreciate everything you do. We appreciate every comment that's made, all the likes you guys post, every rating you guys do. We appreciate you so much.
Yeah.
We appreciate every single person that we named at the beginning of the episode because you guys like help us keep going. So I appreciate all of you, and even if you're not a subscriber and you're listening right now, because I've found out recently that a lot of people like listen to the show, just don't subscribe, and that's fine.
Yeah.
Listening to the show is like the best, and we appreciate you so much. But I just wanted to say that. But
all right.
Stop what you're doing, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, leave us a comment, leave us a review on Spotify or anywhere you hear the show.
Yeah.
All right. Am I the asshole for naming my son the name I had always planned, even after my brother and sister-in-law stole the name from me? All right. My brother and his wife has... Oh, God, these people don't write well.
Oh,
my
boy.
brother and his wife has as much right to name their child whatever they want. I do not own my name. Okay.
All right.
I have no right to dictate my brother what he names his kid. Ah, dude, you're going to make me have a fucking aneurysm. With that in mind, my husband has a traditional family name that I love. Basically, since he and I were dating... Okay, husband, sorry. I got confused for a second. Basically, since he and I were dating and started discussing our future, we agreed that our son would have that name. Oisin? O-I-S-I-N.
Okay.
My husband is Irish. Not in the Boston, my great-great-great-grandfather came over in the 1800s kind of way.
Oh.
In the born in Galway kind of way.
Oh. All right.
Okay.
He's Irish. Got it.
Yeah, Irish. Yeah, real Irish.
Fucking Conor McGregor out here.
Neither my family or my sister-in-law have any other connection to Ireland. She got pregnant right around the time I did, and her son was born 2 months before ours. They named my nephew Oisin Miguel. Okay, that's kind of shitty.
Yeah.
I did get upset. I think she meant to say I didn't get upset or anything. I didn't get upset or anything. When my son was born, we named him Oisin Daniel, like I had told her I was gonna do when we were the whole time.
Yeah.
She flipped out that 2 cousins with the same name. She's nuts because our family is Hispanic and half of our cousins are named Carlos or Camilla. Okay. I don't get it. She's trying to insist we call him by his middle name or change his name. I told her to piss off.
Yeah.
Goddamn right. My mother is staying neutral because she was very surprised that my brother gave his son an Irish name he knew I was planning to use. She expected him to name him for our late father. Yeah. Anyways, my husband's...
Holy shit.
Yeah. Anyways, just my husband's family think... Well, normal amount. Anyways, my husband's family thinks the whole thing is hilarious. My family thinks my sister-in-law is a weirdo, and she thinks I'm an asshole for copying her. Whatever. I'm posting here and sending her the link so that she can see the outside opinion.
Fuck yeah, dude. This lady's awesome.
Oh, cool. So the reason why this is a poo mode, like post, when a post is in poo mode, only users with enough subreddit comment karma are able to comment.
Oh, interesting.
Okay, so people who are like avid
actually,
commenters. Yeah.
Interesting.
Nice. That was cool. For anybody listening or watching even, this post said not the asshole poo mode. And I was like, what the fuck does that mean?
Yeah.
So there you go.
What are the comments saying?
Not the asshole.
Yeah, well, yeah, I mean, like, the actual comments.
Okay, so number one comment, not the asshole. She FAFO'd you?
I don't know. Fuck around and found out.
Yeah, she fucked around and found out by using the name you wanted, expecting you to have to change yours. I love that you didn't let it phase you and name your child as intended.
Yeah.
She'll continue to flip out, and you can just continue to repeat. You knew what we were going to name our child. You chose to use the same name, so you knew this in advance. Your decision is not my problem. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Yeah, next closest one. OP is definitely handling this the right way. I was expecting her to say she'd flip out on the sister-in-law brother for stealing her name.
Yeah.
Which was how these posts usually go, but
yeah,
instead
that's definitely what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I when you were first starting to read it, I was like, oh fuck. Like, am I the asshole for getting mad because my sister-in-law stole the name I was gonna use for my kid? Like, that immediately, I was like, oh shit, she's gonna go crazy and throw her out of a window or something. I don't know, but
dude, that'd be great.
Yeah, but realistically, she's the one that kind of, I mean, she took the high road in most of it. The only thing is like her pettiness of sending her the results, which, I mean, does further prove her point. I don't think she's an asshole. I think that was a very funny thing to do. But yeah, it was a little petty, but honestly, this lady sounds like she sucks. Like, why? You have no connection to that name other than you heard it and liked it, and then you were like, I'm gonna use it. And
yeah,
like,
and then you were like, oh, if I use it first, they won't use it.
Yeah, and you
fuck off.
Lost. It'd have been really fucked up if she took the first and middle name.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, I would imagine that they never talked about what the middle name would be. They were just talking about the first name. They're like, oh, I really love this name. You know, my husband's Irish.
Yeah. She's
blah,
like,
blah, blah.
Wrote a note down. Save that for later.
I would like to say, even though the poster's never going to hear the show, there needs to be more information in the front end. Like,
yeah.
I need to know that your family's Hispanic.
Yeah.
At the beginning of the story.
Yeah. Yeah, when you're throwing out that your husband's Irish, you might as well just let us all know what's up, what everybody else is at that point.
Yeah.
Because that completes the whole picture.
Well, yeah, because it made it better once you found out later in the story that
my
they're Hispanic.
Husband's Irish and everybody else in this story is Hispanic, and yet she stole this Irish name for her son that's not Irish at all.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, okay. And the fact that, like, her family's even like, why did you pick that name? That's so... doesn't make sense for you. That's pretty funny. Yeah. I agree. Not the asshole. And also, probably one of, like, I like this one. It was more like... Well, it had a false arc going on because we thought that it was going to go one way and then it didn't, and then got us in the end. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. So I'm trying to I forgot what his name was, because in the shout out that the Macabre Emporium gave, they only knew Levi's name, and he called me Sean.
Yeah. Old Sean.
Son of a bitch.
That's David.
No, his name is John, and Sarah, I think, is the chick's name.
Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you to Sarah and John and the Macabre Emporium.
Jesus Christ.
I went and listened to that episode, and he was like, oh, it's Levi, and I think his name is Sean. And I was like, I want to smack you. I love you. Thank you for calling us out. Yeah. But also...
as soon as I heard it, I was like, oh, fuck, this is going to be great. I told you immediately because I wanted you to get around to listening to it before that before we recorded this episode, and it worked out. Worked out great.
But we'd also like to thank a real creature feature and the Society of Cryptid Hunters. Oh shit! Something fell. Sorry.
That's the fucking tribulation trails behind you.
I'm telling you, dude. They're mad at me. God is mad. And also check out Levi's newest episode on the Remedial Scholar about what he was talking about earlier.
Yeah, it'll be out whenever you're listening to this. So fucking check it out. And that's it.
That's it.
I've had enough. Peace out, bitches.
Tip your bartender.